I'm Walker and welcome back to Olive Nails, where we talk about vegan and cruelty-free nail polish to help you build the best vegan and cruelty-free nail polish collection for you. And today I'm going to be doing a color comparison of some polishes that, depending on when you're watching this video, if you're watching it at the same time as I'm filming and posting it, these colors are not very seasonally appropriate, but I swatched them and wore them this summer and absolutely loved them and wanted to get my comparison up before our warm weather totally escaped us. So if you're interested in seeing a comparison of 5 of Zoya's orange coral polishes, then stay tuned. So these 5 today are all orange leaning polishes, but they definitely still have that pink coral. They still have that kind of vibrant coral quality to them. And I'll show you in my swatch stick comparisons, these compared to some like true orange polishes and compared to some true pink polishes. And I think you'll see exactly why I grouped these together and why I'm calling them orange corals. The first polish that we're looking at today is Maya, and Maya is the pinkest of the orange corals that we're looking at. Zoya describes Maya as a semi-opaque bright pink coral with tangerine undertones, so not just orange, tangerine. They say that it's a little bit of a jelly-like finish and list it as opacity 2 out of their 1 to 5 scale, with 5 being the most opaque. And I definitely did find this one to be a little bit more of a jelly base. It was, for me, it took 3 coats. I think there's kind of a fill line in here that you might be able to see just because I love this color, but it does take 3 coats. But it's worth it. You get this really pretty like pink, orange, squishy color on your nails. So you'll see 3 coats of Maya. I love this color. The next color that we're looking at is Elodie, and Elodie is, again, a little bit pinker from the ones that I'm looking at today. It's a little bit more pink, but it's kind of a brighter pink than Maya, so a little more intense, and Zoya actually describes this one as a bright and fresh warm melon pink cream with a touch of coral. So this one's a bit more pink, but still has that kind of orange coral undertone and is really, really pretty. This one I did also find to be a little bit more of a jelly formula. It took me 2 coats for this one, I think because it's a little bit more of an intense color and pigment than Maya was, but it could take 3 depending on your application or depending on, you know, the length of your nails. These next 2 I found to be really, really similar. This is Kara with a K-A-R-A and Heidi. And these 2 were both a really great formula for me. They were 2 coats, super opaque, much more orange compared to some of the others in this group, but very, very similar for me on the nail. We'll look more at some comparisons of these soon. Kara is described by Zoya as a bright, clean, orangey coral with a hint of pink in a pigmented cream base. And again, this one was less jelly for me. It was more of a straight up cream, you know, super opaque, really, really nice to apply and really fun to wear. Heidi was a very similar color to Kara, but it was a little bit more jelly in its application. So this one Zoya rates as opacity 3, you know, on that 3 to 5 scale, or 1 to 5 scale, excuse me. And so this one was a little bit more jelly for me, but really, I got it opaque in 2 coats without a problem. Super orange, and it is described as a soft but bright, warm, orangey coral cream, perfect for summer or to wear on your warm nails on a cold winter day. Okay, Zoya, thank you. So I guess it's okay that I'm posting this video in September. Alright, and this is Cora, C-O-R-A, not to be confused with Kara. And Cora came out last summer in 2017 in the Wanderlust collection, and this was the most opaque, the most cream formula. Zoya rates it a 5 on its 5 scale, and it's also the most orange in my opinion, and probably the closest to a true coral, so it's like a really good hybrid of that pink and orange color, and it's described as a muted coral cream. I love this one. It was a dream to apply. It had a lot of orange, which I really like, but also had a lot of pink. It was super bright and opaque. It was great for the summer. I love this one. So this is Cora. Alright, so here you can see all 5 of the polishes that we're comparing today. Kara is the one in the middle with the little tiny label. I mixed up and ran out of tape, so forgive me. Here they're mostly in order from like pinkest to most orange. So Maya's at the top, it is the pinkest, and Cora's at the bottom, it is the most orange. The ones in the middle, you know, as I mentioned earlier, are pretty similar. Elodie is a little bit closer to pink and Heidi's a little bit more orange, but those three are really pretty similar. Okay, and I'm grouping these as orange corals, but to really show you how coral these are, I want to bring in some oranges to just show you the comparison. So here's Cam, which is a pretty, you know, classic Zoya orange, and you can see it is really a lot more pigmented and intensely orange than these colors. They have a lot more pink in them. So even compared to Cora, which is the most orange of these polishes, Cam is definitely a much, you know, purer orange. You can really see how Cora looks next to Cam. Say that sentence 3 times fast. All right, and just to show you exactly how pink Maya is, here's Maya next to Cam, and you can see it almost looks a little muted, and it is so pink and so coral here, which I think is really helpful, even though Maya is actually like pretty orange compared to some pink polishes. I also want to show you a lighter orange that's a little bit more, you know, peachy, because I think that you'll see still here Cora has a lot of pink in it. You can see how coral it is compared to this lighter Sawyer, which is, you know, a little bit of a lighter orange. And let's also pull Maya up here so you can see that Sawyer is a lot more orange than Maya. Maya looks really pink compared to Sawyer because it's really a pretty different polish. All right, and now let's pull in some of the pink coral leaning polishes that I'm going to talk about in my next video. When you look at these next to these oranges, you can see exactly how orange these corals are. So even though these all fit into the coral family, there is quite a bit of difference between them. So Maya is, you know, the most pink of these 5, but if we look at it compared to these much pinker corals, you can really see how orange it is and how much, you know, of that orange pigment is in this polish. And then the third category for coral really is these like red coral polishes, and these ones I think look the most similar, but you can see how much more red these polishes are. So this is Sonja. This is one of my favorite red corals, and I think you can see that these look pretty similar. You can see that they're, you know, related, but Sonja obviously has a lot more red in it. It's a lot more saturated. Now let's look at some of these polishes up close to each other. So here are Maya and Elodie, and you can see that they both are definitely coral polishes, but Maya has a lot more of that pink. It's a little bit more almost like washed out compared to Elodie. And here are these 3 that are kind of the, you know, super orange ones here, and they are very similar. As I mentioned, you know, earlier, I think the formulas really set them apart. Cora is the most opaque. It was the easiest to get opaque. Heidi and Kara are a little bit more jelly, so I think that's mostly what sets them apart. Cora is a touch more orange here. All right, let's talk about some final thoughts here. So I loved all 5 of these. This orange coral is a color that I absolutely love to wear in the summer. I would say that I like to wear this more than I like to wear a true, you know, orange polish or a true coral polish, more than I like to wear the kind of pinker leaning polishes. I think orange coral is tied with red coral for my favorite summer polish to wear. As far as these ones go though, I think they are very similar to each other. I would say if you're looking to add some of these more orangey corals to your collection, the 2 that I would definitely add are Maya, because this one is a little bit pinker. It's going to be a little bit lighter and softer, but is really, you know, pleasant to wear. It's really nice to wear, and it applied really well for me. So I would say Maya is a must-have. And then I would also go with the newest release. I think Cora is a really great representation of this color family. The formula on this one was beautiful. You know, if you're not looking for that kind of jelly finish, if you want something that is just like a straight up cream and super opaque and super dense and saturated, Cora is the way to go. So I loved this one and I loved Maya. I'm glad I have the others because I really like this color, but I don't think that you need all 5 of these colors in your collection. Awesome, thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something or saw a polish that you're excited to add to your collection. If you like this video and you want to see more like it, give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And follow me on Instagram at allaboutnails to see swatches of these polishes and others as I wear them. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.